What's going on, guys? I am here with Carly Lane once again.
Hello, happy to be back.
She has decided she wants to jump into the world of hi-fi audio. She has come to me for help. We're going to set her up with an incredible Fluance turntable.
Super excited, well overdue, and trying to help you guys not make the same mistakes as I did buying a comparable to a dog toy turntable on Amazon.
Don't do that. Do what we're doing. Stick around to find out exactly what we do. Carly, thank you so much for having us and coming back to the channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I'm curious why you want to get into vinyl. Like, what appeals to you about it?
So, hard question because it's something for me. I've always listened to classic records, classic music, and I feel like the best way to experience it is on vinyl. And not even just classic music, but I remember I had a friend's place in Chicago and I went over and he had a Daft Punk playing on his record player, and it just sounded so lively and intimate. From that moment on, I knew that I wanted to build my own collection because of how much I do love music, and my dad has a really big record collection that I mentioned in the last video that someday that will be mine. So to get a record player and to have a really nice one, it is a commitment. You know, someone wants a record player, they're gonna go to Amazon and get one that's like cheaper, but they don't necessarily know that it's damaging the vinyl.
Correct.
Which I didn't know.
Right. So you met me.
Yes. So that's kind of like the PSA for this video that I kind of see.
Yeah, I like what you just said about it being a commitment, which I think is true. I think a lot of people like the concept of getting into records and having a turntable, but they don't necessarily want to do the research as to what the technology is behind it and even the concept behind it when it comes to what it means to actually getting the most out of the experience. And the biggest difference in upgrading your turntable from what you have in like an all-in-one kind of turntable to something that's a full system is that you're not only not damaging your records, like you said, you're going to be getting the maximum fidelity out of those records and hearing them as they're intended, because even if you connect speakers to an all-in-one, it's still going to be bad sound because of the needle, because of the cartridge. There's so many aspects that are so low quality. And a lot of people don't realize it's not just an audiophile thing to be snobby about. It really is completely night and day listening from that kind of turntable to an actual good setup.
Right. For me, that's why I want to get a nice record player. I want to enjoy it, and I want to know that my discs are not being just tortured to death.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when you told me that you were ready to upgrade, I got really excited and I started figuring out which turntable I thought was best for you. You told me that you wanted to kind of spend around $500.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of the entry-level turntables that I would recommend are in the $250 to $300 range. But when you jump up to that like $400 to $600 range, the benefits you get are actually exponentially better. And if you want to spend $500, there is an awesome turntable that's out there right now that I think is the best in class when it comes to the $400 to $600 range. I have my Clearaudio Concept, which is like a pretty expensive turntable. It's a great turntable. It's the best I've ever used. But for people that don't want to spend that much money, this is a nice middle ground to like make sure you love the hobby, and you can continue to upgrade the turntable, the needle, whatever it may be as you get further into it, which is also really cool.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that too, because I don't think most people realize that you have to replace different parts, like the needle or this and that. I think if people were to watch this video or to do at least a little bit of research, they would realize that it's an investment and you shouldn't be spending, you know, $200, $250 plus on a turntable, because it's something that you're going to have for a long time.
You know, the more you spend up front, the less you'll spend in upgrades and fixes and, you know, realizing that you're missing X, Y, and Z. So it is an investment, like you said.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I picked out for you the Fluance RT85. They have an RT81, which is kind of their entry level. That's about $250, I believe. This one retails for about $500, and it is honestly so much better than the 81, even though the 81's great.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be perfect for you.
Great.
Let's dive into it, open it up, set it up. I'll explain to you why it's a great turntable.
Awesome.
And then we can listen to it.
All right, I'm excited. Let's get
I'm
to
excited.
it.
Let's do it. All right, so this here is the Fluance RT85. I can't
It's not. I'm gonna get so much shit for this too.
No, it's very dusty, which is good, which means it has been collecting dust and not being used to destroy records.
That's true.
This is a Jensen turntable. First of all, never even heard of that brand.
Amazon. I think
Not
it
a good
was
start.
$29.99.
That is too cheap. That is way too cheap. That is what like a good, like fancy mid-tier dinner costs.
Yeah.
This is a dust cover that has an open back area, which means that the dust goes right inside. Have you actually played records on this thing?
I have probably used it 3 times.
Okay, it sounded terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were like, this can't be what the hobby's all about. There's something missing.
I knew what I was getting myself into when I purchased a turntable for $29.99.
Let's
So
take a guess.
just wanted to play my records.
Well, we're about to upgrade you to something that's very cool and a lot better than this. So let's casually toss this aside. Boom! The Fluance RT85.
So it'll look exactly like this one?
It'll look exactly like the
Okay.
Jensen, except it'll just be a little better. No, you'll see. I think you're gonna be very excited. So very well packaged. I mean, this thing is like a tank. Lots of components that we'll get into once we start actually setting up the beast.
Oh, wow. And gloves. This is huge.
There are gloves. Should I wear these gloves? All right, we are gloved. We are ready to start unpacking what we got here. So,
Directions.
directions very important. More.
What do you think the best way for someone who's like me, who doesn't know the technology of a turntable, of how to set this up? Are the directions?
You should probably watch some videos on the Too Many Records channel to find out.
That's a good point.
Good thing about this turntable in particular is that this is an acrylic platter.
Okay.
A lot of turntables don't come with this, but it is an upgrade for some people. It also improves the bass definition and has like a richer mid-range to it,
Okay.
and helps with like kind of unwanted vibrations and stuff. Normally this kind of upgrade on a turntable you would buy from any site would be about $150, give or take. So that's already eating into the $500 cost of this
Right.
turntable right off the bat. They include this, which is great, but that's not even the nicest thing they include. So
She's a beaut.
she's a beaut. All right. So you know a lot of turntables, they have kind of a
Right.
felt mat or a cork or a rubber mat. What's great about this table, and actually my Clearaudio is the same way, and I really like this, you don't use a mat because it doesn't need it. So what's cool is that this is the head shell. So this is where the cartridge is housed on.
Yeah.
Ortofon is an awesome cartridge maker. The red is one that a lot of people recommend as like a good first upgrade. The blue is even better than the red. So this cartridge tends to go for $200 to $250 on its own. So now think about the platter and this cartridge. You've already paid for almost the entire turntable with just these two components. A lot of times with turntables, it doesn't come pre-mounted. What's great about Fluance is that they take the guesswork out of a lot of this technical stuff, so it makes the entry-level hi-fi point, like the RT85, really accessible, which is pretty awesome. So what's great is that it also includes a dust cover. Dust covers are extremely useful. A lot of people will argue that when you play a record, you should remove the dust cover completely because it can affect vibrations. For my Pioneer, which had a dust cover, I never, ever did that, and I didn't notice a difference, but that might have just been ignorant on my part. What's also great about this dust cover is it doesn't have a giant hole in the back like real turntables, so the dust actually will stay out.
Yeah, it actually doesn't even close all the way around, so.
Yeah, you pay for it. So a lot of turntables don't come with a preamp, which is basically what you connect the speakers in the turntable to. It helps improve sound, and the Fluance RT85 is no exception. Some of the earlier models of the Fluance do have a built-in preamp, which means you can just plug speakers right in.
Yeah.
But I always recommend, if you can get a receiver, it's always nice to have that added control, added kind of boost to sound quality. And this is a lucky find that I found at Goodwill. So this is a Kenwood receiver, has a phono stage. If you're looking for a receiver, make sure it has the phono setting, because that's what you need to connect the turntable to it. But basically, we're going to connect the speakers to this, we're going to connect the turntable to this, and then set it to phono, and this is what's going to be powering both of them. And the final thing that we need to make this turntable sing, speakers. So this is kind of a cute moment for me.
Yeah.
This brand of speakers, these Dayton speakers, were my first bookshelf speakers, not the specific pair, but they are an awesome budget entry-level speaker. I'd say they cost between $40 and $50 depending on where you get them. Why am I still wearing these gloves is the real question.
I think he just likes them.
I do.
You're gonna see every single video from here on out wearing those gloves.
So these speakers are really solid. Again, this might be one of the first things you decide to upgrade. Upgrading your speakers does significantly improve your sound quality, and it will also take advantage of the needle that's on the Fluance turntable better. So this will only get it so far. Upgrading your speakers will allow for more sound. So what we're gonna do, it came with speaker wire. I didn't need to buy it. Let's go to where we're gonna set up this turntable and see if we can balance that tone arm and get it started. Just listen to the Fluance RT85. Give me your thoughts, unfiltered, go.
I mean, there's no comparison between the two at all, and that piece of junk is just so ugly to look at in general.
Expensive.
It's so aesthetically beautiful, the wood, the
minimal design.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and the sound is just unreal.
I mean, like, we played a little Bob Dylan, we did a little XX, and a little Sylvan Esso, and I mean, very different sounds there between Dylan and the kind of dancier stuff. It really like filled the room and brought these kind of rich tones that I guess you can't really get with a digital recording.
Yeah, what I like about, especially with digital recording and when it's playing on a speaker, what's frustrating is that even if you turn up the sound, it's hard to have a conversation with someone, and with it on vinyl and on the turntable, it separates it more, and you feel like you can feel the layers of each instrument, and
it's more organic. It's like
yeah.
The thing about hi-fi audio is it's always trying to get you closer to that in the living room kind of live experience in the studio with the musician. That's what audiophiles keep upgrading for. It's like chasing that dragon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, this turntable is an excellent choice. I love the sound of this. I don't think there's a better turntable that exists for this price point.
No.
I love my Clearaudio, and I feel like I gotta have you listen to that at some point, because that's gonna continue to further blow your mind. It really does exponentially change as you get, into the higher levels. But as mentioned, there are many aspects you can upgrade to this. You can upgrade the speakers, the receiver, the needle. There's a lot of things you can keep kind of tweaking as you decide you want to keep enhancing your experience, and that's the beautiful part about having a turntable set.
Yeah. And I like that. Well, I have to say that I'm definitely going to be sticking with Fluance. I'm a Fluance girl now, so I'm so excited to have it and like listen to it in my room while I'm doing work or whatnot.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the next step is to continue building out your record collection. You only have like 4. Let's keep it going. So let's do another video where we go record shopping and continue to buy some good stuff for the collection.
Yeah, I have some in mind. Not as classically driven as our last video, but I think we're gonna pick out some good records.
Sweet. So also, you just released a new song. If you want to tell them about that.
I just released a new song with producer Sarkis, and you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora. It's on everything right now.
What about vinyl?
Not on vinyl.
Soon.
Yeah, soon when we put together all the songs, we'll get it pressed on vinyl.
Awesome. I would love to help you with that.
Yeah. So again, brand new, Carly Lane, and it's produced by Sarkis.
We're gonna put all that in the description. Make sure you listen to it. It's an awesome track. And make sure you follow Carly on all social media, of course, and Too Many Records. This was great. I'm so happy that you are in love with this turntable as much as I am.
Yes.
I have a crush on this turntable. If you guys like this video and you want to see more videos with Carly, you might have to wait till she comes to visit New York, but you can always follow her on Instagram for more awesome content. Thank you, Carly. This was great.
Thanks for coming over, and
Anytime.
thanks for watching.
Yeah, guys. More videos like this soon. Make sure you subscribe to Too Many Records. Take it easy.